Thank you for joining us. Of course, the biggest football event happening this weekend surely must be what is going down in Lisbon tomorrow. We're talking about the 2014 UEFA Champions League. The two teams that will be playing are from one city, the city called Madrid. And so the trophy surely will reside in Madrid. But which end of Madrid will be smiling at the end of maybe 90 minutes, 120 minutes, or even shootout tomorrow in Lisbon? Will it be Real on one side? Will it be Atletico on the other side? That's the setting for sports tonight, this Friday. Starting off on that note, and of course also introducing to you those starting off the show with me tonight. Saeed to my middle right, and Yemi Adebayo as well starting off the show with me tonight. Gentlemen, that is the biggest football event lined up for this weekend, UEFA Champions League final. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, the first time we're having two teams from the same city in the UEFA Champions League final. And interestingly, the build-up has been about Diego Costa on one side, Ronaldo on the other side, Gareth Bale on one side, Thuram on the other side, whether these guys are going to be available to complete what they started. And for Atletico Madrid, they've gone this entire season without tasting defeat in the UEFA Champions League. So we have a fantastic setting for easily the biggest club competition in the world.
You can say that again. It's going to be a beautiful one tomorrow. Estadio da Luz Stadium in Lisbon, Portugal. We're expecting a beautiful showdown tomorrow. Just like you rightly said, first time we'll be seeing two teams from the same city, which is in Madrid, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Now this is the fifth time we'll be seeing the same team from the same country. In year 2000, we had the likes of Real Madrid versus Valencia. In 2003, we had AC Milan versus Juventus. That was played at Old Trafford. In 2008, is Chelsea versus Manchester United. Just immediate past now, we had Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. Now we have Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. So it promises to be a fantastic encounter there. Now the referee for this match will be Jean Kuipers, a fantastic ref. I love him so much. He's a Dutch. He was a match official for Benfica against Chelsea. That was the Europa League final just last 2 seasons there. A fantastic young man there. And also he was also the match official there for which was Spain versus Brazil there, the FIFA Confederations Cup final. I'm very sure Spaniards watching us now won't want to remember that final there. But he's a beautiful referee. That goes to show we have a fantastic game to watch tomorrow. Now talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, he's been deemed fit to play tomorrow now. Now we're still talking about Diego Costa fighting battle for tomorrow now. We hope to see the likes of
Let's start with Ronaldo and Gareth Bale, past fit for this game. Ronaldo, I mean, it's been a fantastic season for him. He's broken the record of the number of goals scored in one Champions League season, and they'll be looking to cap it up with victory tomorrow. He's won it before with United, and he wants to win it again. And for Real Madrid, they have been talking about a 10th title. Everywhere you go, you read about the La Decima, the 10th title. And that could be happening for them tomorrow as well.
Hopefully, as it stands now, I think it should be happening for them. They have a coach who knows his onions. When we talk about the European Championship, he won it twice as a player. Now he's won it twice as a coach. He won it with AC Milan in 2003, won it with them in 2007. He's giving great
play for his third UEFA Champions League trophy. As he's able to get it tomorrow.
Hopefully, he has everything it takes to get it. Now he should be very happy. He has the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo there, back in there. He scored 15, 16 goals this season. Now he's very happy. He's up on his toes. And Gareth Bale also. Now we'll be expecting Gareth Bale to up on his toes tomorrow to play a fantastic game for Real Madrid, and hopefully they'll get a better one against Atletico Madrid. But I say it's going to be very difficult for Real Madrid to get it against Atletico Madrid. They have a coach in Diego Simeone in Atletico Madrid side.
Let's come to you, Yemi. Let's talk about Atletico Madrid. I mean, we've just talked about Ancelotti. He's won it twice as a coach. He's won it as a player with AC Milan. But let's talk about Atletico Madrid. They are also sweating on the fitness of Diego Costa, sweating on the fitness of Duran as well. These were guys that were key in their victory over Chelsea. And then when you look at the way they played this entire season, not tasting defeat in the UEFA Champions League, you know it's not going to be a tea party. They were without these two guys when they won the La Liga over the weekend. And I mean, people believe that these guys have what it takes to fight up to the end. Yeah. Simeone has not won this before. They won this the first time.
I don't know why the news is centered around these two players. Atletico Madrid, all their campaign have played like a gang. Most times when some of their key players go out, you still see them keep their shape, play the same way. I'm not saying they don't have star players. They have star players in their own right, and probably those two guys you've mentioned. We heard
And Couture has been key for them this season.
kept that very, very. Diego Costa was in Belgrade, went for the os placenta treatment for his injury. I just hope that these players are not just pushing themselves, for Ronaldo, for Bill, for Diego Costa and Ada Turan. I just hope those guys don't get injured on the field. But speaking for Atletico, I think if you look at both teams, I think Atletico will have the more. Like Steve Bruce said before the FA Cup final, when you're playing a final, it might just be over before you know. So you're going to go in there, give your best. I think that Atletico Madrid, they've played with Madrid 5 times this season, and
Madrid have had the upper hand. Real have had the upper hand. I mean, let's talk about they played against Madrid. The two teams are Madrid.
well, they've played against Real.
Real have had the upper hand.
My point is, it's my personal opinion. I think that Atletico have a physical edge. For me, that's my personal opinion. I feel that on the day, it's not about Real. If you take Cristiano Ronaldo out of the equation, it's a big minus. But for them, you might take out 1 or 2 players, they'll still keep their grit. They might just get the solitary goal, they have a good goalkeeper. Some of those things, it's when you have that physical edge, it just keeps you in it. You might take out, the players that you think might spearhead the campaign, but they find ways of keeping their shape. I mean, you talk about those two guys, they went off on the final day
Against Barcelona,
yes,
and they were still able to grind out the
still
job.
did the job. And that's why I feel they have the physical edge. Unlike the other team, where they're good, an experienced manager, good team. 1 or 2 things happen, and everything might just fall into pieces.
All right, for football neutrals, this is a fantastic game of football that we have on our hands tomorrow in the UEFA Champions League. And that is why we want you to tell us what you feel about tomorrow's UEFA Champions League final. Who wins? Is it title number 10 for Real Madrid, or is Atletico going to smile at the end of the day? Is this going to be the 3rd UEFA Champions League trophy as a coach for Carlo Ancelotti, or is it going to be trophy number 1 for Diego Simeone as coach of Atletico Madrid? There are a lot of interesting matchups around this game. So please go on and be a part of it. Tell us what you feel. Who wins this at the end of 90, maybe extra 30, maybe shootout? Who wins tomorrow, 2014 UEFA Champions League? All right, let's continue our build-up. Champions League distraction tomorrow, but it doesn't take anything away from the fact that we're also counting down, Sahid, to the 2014 FIFA World Cup. 20 days now. 20 days.
20 days.
I mean, you can stay away for the rest of the time before the World Cup gets underway. You can stay away for 20 days. It's close. It's that close.
It's close by. It's close by. 20 days to go. We keep counting days. In fact, my mind now it's on June 16, Nigeria versus Iran. Now we hope the players will be coming to camp starting from this weekend.
We'll talk about the camp of the Eagles. What's the build up like for you? Yemi, the story. I mean, you're going to begin to see the pictures now. In Brazil, still protests everywhere.
It does color the event somewhat. But of course, like Tunde said on the show,
15,000 protesters.
Yes,
it was Sao Paulo. And that's what you're saying on your screen. If these guys take over the streets when the World Cup, what are we going to do?
Yes, they said they're likely going to see this even when the World Cup starts. Even before it got to this point, police on strike, some stadiums, having problems, a whole lot of things happening. There was a time, even right there in Sao Paulo, everything was, halted because people couldn't move freely, bus drivers on strike. A whole lot of things happening right there in Brazil. But I can tell you this. These guys know that this is the best time to pass a strike. Whatever message you want to pass across. And the message is you're spending too much money on the World Cup, and this has not impacted on our lives in any way. But if I go home when football starts,
these guys are telling people to go home.
When football
these
starts,
guys see football every time.
My experience,
this is the home of football.
My experience in 1994 has shown me that look, when football is big enough to make you forget the whole lot. There was a lot of political tension in Nigeria in '94. World Cup started, we forgot about everything. The day Nigeria, got eliminated, we remembered everything. And I agree with you when he said, when this competition begins and Brazil starts winning, Because if Brazil does not play well, the discontent will be there again. But Brazil plays well. It cuts across, it divides people. Some want to go to the stadium, some want to come to the stadium to protest. But in any case, all of them are coming to the stadium.
Wow. So this picture that I was seeing on your screen, Sao Paulo locked down.
Yeah.
That's serious.
That's really serious.
FIFA should be worried. I think FIFA should be worried, and FIFA should try to find a way to keeping these guys.
FIFA will tell you they are not in charge of security. Theirs is to help the host to organize a befitting competition. But I think Brazil, it can be done. It will be done. Brazil will host a success. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about our own. Said was talking about it before. People have said, why are the Eagles not in camp? A lot of countries have started residential training for the World Cup, but the story is that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be starting on Sunday. Home-based players are traveling for the friendly against Scotland, and that for us signals the beginning of preparation, the final phase of preparations for the 2014 World Cup, Saeed.
Totally. For me, it's not a case of countries that have been resuming camp. It's not about countries that have been resuming camp. We have to focus on our own Super Eagles now. Home-based players, they will be resuming camp. We'll be playing Scotland.
They'll be traveling with, how many of them? Between five of them?
5, 6, or 5.
5.
So I think
Stephen Keshi.
That we should be expecting something more for them now. We should be focusing on our team now, not focusing on other countries. And hopefully we will expect the boys to do us proud there. Igweke talking tough, saying he's not going to disappoint this time around, saying we shouldn't forget about the CHAN tournament there that he didn't really represent us well. Everybody talking tough. Iyam also talking tough that they're going to represent Nigeria very well there. We hope they're going to represent us well, not what we had in South Africa.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of us, we have our eyes on the home-based Eagles. We would like to see which of them would make the list. But
even Zoe is a beautiful player.
Zoe is bookmakers' favorite to make it to Brazil 2014.
Yeah.
A lot of funny things. A lot of funny things.
I think the goalkeeper will be third choice as well. You know, two home-based goalkeepers, Agbim and Akpeyi, two home-based goalkeepers. I'm sure one of them will be third choice. So that is a slot for the
Well, if the rumors, I hope the rumors about Austin Ejide are not true, because that might also create another room for Ghana, possibly.
All right, we'll keep our fingers crossed, but the good news is that for those of you who are worried, I don't think you should worry too much now. The camp of the Eagles opens on Sunday. Keshi already has an idea of what he wants to do. And so by the time the camp opens on Sunday for the friendly against Scotland, you will have an idea of how ready our boys are for the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. So we wish the Eagles the best of luck. The next time we return to Sports Tonight, we will be talking about camp opening in the United Kingdom for that friendly against Scotland, and of course the build-up to the 2014 FIFA World Cup for Nigeria. Well, gentlemen, I must say thank you for your time. But before I allow you to go, let me just read a few comments here on Twitter. People, different opinions about the UEFA Champions League final match, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. Some are voting for Real. Some believe it's Atletico's time. Some are, bringing all kinds of theories. Whoever knocks out Barcelona in the knockout phase gets into the final and wins the cup.
Now that's another point to it. Inter did this, they defeated Barcelona, they lifted the cup. Bayern did it, they defeated Barcelona, they lifted.
Whose script is that?
You know, bookmakers, they love looking at
look at all of those permutations, obviously.
They just love to look at that. But I think Real Madrid, they have all it takes to win that tomorrow, that decimal. I think they can get it tomorrow. They should be able to get that tomorrow.
Look at this smart guy on Twitter, Owolabi Alesh. Listen to what he says. All I know is that a team from Madrid is going to be crowned winner of UEFA Champions League tomorrow.
And that's true.
Definitely.
What kind of a guess is that?
That's definitely.
The difference is the same. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. It's a good one for
They won
Madrid. They won the European Youth Championship. They won the Europa League. Now they will definitely win the Champions League.
The Spanish team.
You must say a good one. The Spanish coach will tell you that it's not a good one because his players will not be well rested.
Yes, for the World Cup.
He actually said he doesn't want Real Madrid and Barcelona. He got half.
Some of his players are in Atletico as well. Some in Real.
Glory for them, but he has his own highs on the World Cup, and he's hoping one of them will get injured.
Owolabi Alesh, however, ended by saying, "My heart tells me Real will come out champions." Kabir Oyewale says, "Honestly, I want to agree with Yemi. Atletico have got the physical edge to win tomorrow's battle, and it's going to be a massive, massive encounter. I'm sure a game that football purists would like to see over and over again. All right, let's close that chapter, and we will switch gears now. When we return, I must thank you, Saeed. Thank you once again, Yemi, for coming on the show. We'll go on a break now. When we return from the break, Dumadi Okonta will be joining me. Austin Okonakpa has worked himself so hard today. We want to give him a rest. Dumadi Okonta will join me. We will be looking at Channel's National Kids Cup Season 6. The games for today, the games for tomorrow, all that you need to know around what Channels is putting together. You'll find out when you stay with us, and we are right back.